What up, y'all? Today I'm gonna go over what a day in the life is currently looking like. And right now, I ain't gonna lie, I'm about to go grab some fufu for me and my girl. And shit, about to hop in the whip. Let's get it. So we're literally heading there right now. And yeah. Snowy. Snowy. Snow. Got the dog in the purse. So let's hit a quick refresh for everybody that be talking. Smack the fuck out of it, and I got so many tabs open. But yeah. So let's get straight to it. I want to make this video, kind of like interactive, but at the same time, let's get straight to what matters. This was a format or a type of ad, AI UGC ads that we're really printing. And just because a format doesn't work, like let's say I tried out native ads, doesn't mean that the angle is bad whatsoever, which was what happened to me. Or it could be an execution problem on my end, which I need to get better on. Still figuring it out, but these AI UGC ads, you guys seen the numbers, can definitely scale. And I will teach you guys how to make really good ads, but also whatsoever, when part of being a good copywriter and making ads that convert is also you gotta also understand what's good about your ad and what's bad about your ad, which simple terms where you don't gotta base yourself off of all the time like hook rate and hold rate, because it's not because an ad has a good hook rate and hold rate that means that ad is good. The ad could be good and the metrics can look like shit, but the ad is still prints whatsoever. In most cases, when you know how to identify a winning ad, that as an example, I had a winning ad that had a 70% hook rate, which is pretty good, but had a not so good hold rate. So you kind of know things where you can change and play with the information I'm about to give you, like the script or voiceover, B-roll, or a couple clips you can switch. But if you don't know how to analyze your ads like you're a master and understanding what's good and what's bad about your ad, or you're just not a so good copywriter in general, it's not going to be taken anywhere. You're going to be blindly testing and nothing is going to turn out of it. So today, that's not everything I have done, of course, but I'll be showing you how you could split test multiple AI UGC creators off of a winning ad that you already have, or with the information I'm about to give you. You can either split test a couple of tweaks in the script or hooks. You can do literally everything. You can even clone the same UGC creator that's been doing great for you and just make small iterations. The B-roll content whatsoever, you can even use showcase videos that you can do with AI as well and not even have a person showing. You can just, you can do a lot. But in this batch, I'll be showing you how to split test UGC creators, which are not so iterations. They're basically new ads, even though if the script remains the same, since they're completely new content. But you could also work on this, which is what really works is a creator that's been working. You can make changes on the script using this method and clone the creator. And like for myself, I had a pretty damn good hook rate, so I'm not gonna recreate that. I would probably work on the whole rate, getting better and making better winning ads off of that creator. Or even when I come up with new concepts, I can still use the same creator and whatsoever. Or when I find out a different creator that's also been doing great. So you can play with it so much. But if you don't know how to analyze what's a good ad and a bad ad, doesn't matter if your ad is printed or not. If you don't know what's good about it and what's bad about it, you're not going to be able to, make anything off of it. So, which comes down to being an actual good copywriter. And like I said, just because a format doesn't work, like maybe a static ad with headline doesn't work, that doesn't mean, that the angle doesn't work. You can test the same angle that's been printing on a type of format, and it might not do so well with different formats. Doesn't mean that the angle is bad. It's just a format that you're picking. Or it can be an execution problem, which on my end, native ads weren't doing good, which they never did really good for me, but they do for everybody else. So it's definitely an execution problem that I need to work on and need to get better as a copywriter in general. But let's get straight into it, because now we're not gonna be iterating exactly, but we're gonna be making new ads, really good ads that can scale, testing multiple different UGC creators. And yeah, you can change script, but if something's already validated and you want to make specific tests for different UGC creators and maybe find another ad you can push a lot of spam to, that's already really good. So that's what I'm going to be teaching here today. And with what you're going to learn here, you can really learn how to iterate anything. You just really, I think it's understandable. So I picked this woman, which was already uploaded there. Something that looks similar to the creator that was working for me. Screenshot it, and you go to your product. Okay, I'm using this as an example. You're gonna also screenshot the product, because I'm gonna tell you how to make with the UGC videos or whatsoever, either with them holding the product or just showing themselves in a video. You can basically have like in head what works best when you're analyzing your ad and what the person on your ad that's already working is doing, which in my case, my hook rate is really good. And on the hook, she doesn't really show the product whatsoever. So I'm going to have the product and the woman uploaded here. The model we're going to be using is Cdance 2.0. But for this first video, she's not gonna be holding the bottle, and you guys will see it based off of the script. But let's get to what matters, okay? So this is a prompt right here. You can do it your way. This is a prompt that I got from a different dude, and I really think that his video was helpful. And if you guys know who he is, you guys know who I'm talking about. I just forgot his name, but it's actually his strategy, but that I've been applying to myself. And of course, the way he execute his business is definitely different than the way I execute my things whatsoever. Doesn't mean that we can have the same prompt, he can have different results, and I can have other type of results whatsoever, because we think different, we analyze our ads different, we split test different, and we're testing different formats, variables, concepts differently, but it's the same prompt. So I'm still giving him his credit, because that's just the truth. But the way I'm making this video is in a different way, where you can think about and giving you different options, which is what I did, which I got the information from him. But the way I executed it is a little different than probably what he's doing, because everybody thinks different, when it comes down to executing. So me and Snowy just coming here real quick to interrupt the video, just to let you guys know that the last time I did this was a year and a half ago. I never do this shit, and I do limited spots always. Like last time I did 3 spots, and this year right now, currently, I'm doing 3 spots for a mentorship, and I have 1 spot left. I had brought it up in the last YouTube video. So if you want me personally, Miguel, to hop on a call with you every single day, no matter how many hours it takes, to help you and actually help you get results doing this and learn how to build a brand and not just get lucky at this shit, learn how to actually run the business. And I'm one of the few ones that actually do it. So just shoot me a text on IG. And make sure you stick till the end on this video, because this video is really good. But I do in fact only got 1 spot left. So make sure you text me on IG, and I will try to help you out and as soon as possible. So let's get straight to the video. Right. So what you're gonna do basically is, if you want to make your video with her holding the supplement bottle whatsoever, you're gonna go ahead and copy the one holding the bottle. Now you can play between both. On the script where my content was speaking, she started holding the bottle. So, but on the hook, she was not holding the bottle. So if I'm gonna recreate the hook with a different content creator, and I strictly want to split test content creators, UGC creators, and just that variable, and know for sure that I'm strictly, you know, I'm gonna recreate it exactly, but just switch creators. So I'm gonna not hold the bottle in this case. You're gonna paste the prompt here, okay? And you're gonna have to have the script of your winning ad correct. Right here, everything, mind you, is an example, but this is a script of an ad, okay? And I'm gonna copy this script, and you guys will see it. That's the hook, okay? If it's been in Hawaii, why is it still in your bathroom, and why are you still leathering it all over your kids? This is just a hook, but let's say in this case, this hook has worked, and I'm gonna remain with this hook. On your end, bro, you have to understand your hook rate and hold rate before you start iterating anything, so you at least know how to better your ad. That's like basic stuff, right? To where what you're gonna be mainly focusing on when trying to scale things and be more assertive as possible. So if my hook was good, why would I change my hook? Which this isn't even the hook, because it's not even the product. But I'm gonna use this as an example. I haven't made any changes to the script whatsoever, and I'm not gonna do it to the hook whatsoever, because right now we're strictly testing UGC. So I'm gonna copy the hook, and where it says on the prompt XYZ, and XYZ is where you're just gonna paste your hook, or what you're gonna want the creator to say, okay, basically on both of them. And next step that you're gonna do is you're going to go here and see how many words by clicking on tools and word count. It's 23 words. So you go to the prompt, and 23 words correlates to 9 seconds video that you want to make. So every 9 seconds, every 23 words, you should make a video of 9 seconds. That's kind of a base of what he made. Yes, you can play with this whatsoever, but in my case, this is really helpful to me. It's just the execution, how you think, and the variables you test, and your ideas, how you execute it, but it's still the same prompt, you know? So you're gonna go over here, you're gonna set this to 9 seconds, okay? And right here, 916, and right here, 480, okay? That is what you're gonna wanna do. And after you got everything uploaded, let's see how it's gonna come out, and if it's gonna be really good. And always, now I know I do a lot of talking, but it's because things, a part of being successful in being good at creating ads is also when you're trying to recreate a winning ad, and strictly split test something. Like, you want to split test strictly scripts. You want to remain everything the same beside the script. You don't want to change anything else besides the, maybe 15 seconds after hook. So you're going to remain everything till the 15 seconds after hook. That's everything. Comes down to everything you're going to split test. And in this case, because the UGC creator, if my UGC creator was sitting down, bro, I'm going to tweak this prompt, of course. And instead of her holding the phone with her hand, which is what comes naturally with the prompt, I'm going to say, hey, put her in a chair, sitting down, and speaking straight, looking at the camera. So you're not just going to copy something and then start, making new ads based off of a winning ad, but at the same time you're split testing a whole bunch of stuff with it, and you're not really so sure if you know. So you can also put the woman sitting down in the chair and replicate exactly what that ad looked like, but now you're just strictly testing the UGC, so you're more sure of it. Now I'm not gonna do all that in here, but definitely I'm remaining almost everything the same. She's saying the same things, but I'm changing the woman. So I'm gonna go ahead and click on generate, and I'll be back whenever it's done. So I'm back here. I truly haven't played the ad yet, but as you guys can see, she's holding the phone. It looks pretty natural to me, and let's play and see how she did, if everything that's saying on there is gonna be, said correctly. And yeah.
If it's banned in Hawaii, why is it still in your bathroom? And why are you still lathering it all over your kids? If it's banned...
Boom. You cannot tell me that this is not realistic or good whatsoever. Now, what we can do is come on here and go on the script, and okay. So what we can do on here is go to the next part of the script, 59 words. Okay. 59 words, 60 words, 14 seconds. So copy this audio script. So just replace what she had said before and go in here and put the seconds that aligns with your case, which mine is 14 seconds, right? What we're gonna do though is we're gonna remain her not showing the bottle whatsoever, especially because she hasn't even really mentioned the product. It's not like this script, from what I've read, doesn't really show that she's gotten there to the solution yet. She's still talking about the problem, and I feel like this will hold more people interested in the video and get them to stay on the video and watch more. Now, if your product were to be like, this is the, like, already talking about it, then yeah, you might as well just go here and switch to holding the bottle. But on this case, we're gonna remain with not holding the bottle to get a better, some better results when it comes to like people really engaging with the ad. And especially in this case, because she's really like kind of like storytelling and talking about it a lot. So let's go ahead and generate the new part of the ad. So it just came out with the new script. Let's see how it's looking.
I personally question why we're putting this stuff on the largest organ of our kids' bodies, especially when they can't even make the decision on their own whether or not they want that on their bodies. I mean, Thailand doesn't even let us go into their water above our ankles because we're literally bleaching and hurting their coral reefs. I personally question why we're putting this stuff on the largest organ.
Okay, so she still haven't mentioned the product, so it doesn't make sense. Right here on the specific script, healthy coral reef. We could get this. Okay, it's simple. Like she has brought up something that we cannot make her hold, but whatsoever when editing the video, when she says about This is what a healthy coral reef look like. We can just put a picture like on the screen of, next to her head, showing. This is what coral reef looks like after the chemicals in our sunscreen have touched it. Let that image sink into your mom brain. We're literally putting the same stuff on our kids' skin. Kids' bloodstream, but yet we put sunscreen. Okay, the only part we should really make her holding the bottle is this part. So I'm going to go ahead and make the third video. Word count 44. This way healthy audio script. Okay, got you. It's from here to here, and then this way healthy coral looks like. Okay, so let's generate the third part and see how it looks. So this is the next one. Let's see what it looked like.
This is what a healthy coral reef looks like. This is what a
That's where I will put the picture on screen.
coral reef looks like after the chemicals in our sunscreen have touched it.
Now I get it. She kind of made a comparison. So you could put the healthy one picture, then right after, as she says, bad one.
Let that image sink into your mom brain. We're literally putting the same stuff on our kids' skin. This is what a healthy coral.
This so good, bro. So fucking good. My bad, I'm eating. I just don't give a fuck. But next one. Okay, so still haven't mentioned product. Tools. Word count 74. Did I even change for the last one? $44. How much should 44 be? Dang, I made it wrong, but it still came out good. But I made it wrong. Probably was distracted. It doesn't matter though. On your end, you shouldn't do wrong though. I just peeped it right now. 74. Probably around, 15 seconds. Can't go any more than that. Pretty sure. Okay. First script starts here. Let's see how this one looks like. So, just finished generating it.
And don't even get me started on the fact that the FDA did research and found that after one use, this stuff is found in our kids' bloodstream. But yet we put sunscreen on our kids all summer long. Every 2 hours, we lather them up in this stuff. And we don't even think twice to what it's doing to their body. Endocrine disruption. When they say it burns, it's because it's irritating their skin. And don't even get me started on the fact that the FDA did research.
Okay, she talking a little fast. Maybe I could change the way she, gives some spaces. Whatever, bro. This still look pretty good to me. Let's get to the next one. Now, right here, this one is where she mentions the product. So let's switch the whole script to holding the bottle. That's where things get really interesting. Okay, so we switched the script. Now we're gonna copy this. We switched the prompt. Now we're gonna copy this script. 96 words. We should probably, yeah, I'd probably cut this a little bit because I feel like it's a little too much. Yeah, 70 words. What would be, we can make two. Let's just so it's easier to identify. Let's see how many words is this one. 61 words. Okay, 14 seconds. 14 seconds. Just, put it on instead of, wait, what the fuck? I just pasted the prompt over again. Let me make sure I copy this script. Put it on XYZ. And then put it on XYZ again. Now, let's see what's gonna come out. Holding the bottle, okay? Okay, so I'm back, and now I didn't peep that Higgsview had a message on there, so I just paid for it, and now we can generate the video, and I'll be back once her holding the bottle is done. So the video of her holding the bottle is ready. Let's see how it's looking.
That's why I started doing my own research. And luckily, I have a crunchy sister, and she told me about the Terra Lotus sunscreen. It's a mineral-based sunscreen, has SPF 50. That's the ingredient list. That's it. 5 ingredients. And I think maybe added vanilla essential oil for the smell, which it smells amazing. It doesn't even smell like a typical sunscreen. That's why I started doing my own research. And
Bro, that's literally perfect. And mind you, I didn't even upload the back of it, which would have made it better when she flipped it around. But let's just keep on going with the script. And no white cast. Yeah, she's still proudly showing the product on this script. So we're gonna see the word count, 35. I'm gonna just copy this. 35 words is 10 seconds. So we're gonna change this 10 seconds. Get this part of the script and replace it with the new one. This part of the script too. Got okay. And let's generate it and see what it's gonna come out looking like. Okay, so the next video is ready. Let's see how it came out to looking.
And there's absolutely no white cast. My kids literally told me to get this for their grandma because they were tired of looking like shows at the park. This one is so hydrating, so moisturizing, and there's absolutely no white cast. My kid.
Okay, so moisturizing, and then now it's informative. And on top of that, it protects you from UVA and UVB rays. So not only is it protecting you from burning from the sun, but it's also having some anti-aging benefits. The non-nano zinc oxide is usually what gives you the white cast, but because it's mixed with that beef tallow, it really blends right in. So I feel like this 57 words, I feel like this would still look good with the script that's holding the bottle. So we're gonna remain the same script with her holding the bottle. Replace the old one again. Let's see. How many words was it again? Word count. 57 words. 57 words. That should be around 14 seconds. Yeah, 14 seconds. So it's already set. Wait, no, it's not set right. 14 seconds. Let's see what it's gonna come out to. So let's see how this one's looking like.
And on top of that, it protects you from UVA and UVB rays. So not only is it protecting you from burning from the sun, but it's also having some anti-aging benefits. The non-nano zinc oxide is usually what gives you the white cast, but because it's mixed with that beef tallow, it literally blends right in. And on top of that, it protects you from UVA.
Okay, that looks pretty good to me. Let's go over to next part, and we're almost done. I don't know about you, so sick. Okay, we can copy this to word count. 36 words. So 36 words, and right now I'm gonna switch to not holding the bottle because I just think it'll make it a better video. And not holding the bottle. Let me copy the script. Paste it here. It was 36 words if I am not wrong. 36. So probably 11 seconds around that. Seconds. Let's see. So it's just now finished. Let's take a look at it.
I don't know about you, but like, I am so sick and tired of hearing my kids kicking and screaming and complaining when I ask them to put on sunscreen every 2 hours in the summertime. I don't know about you, but like, I am so.
Okay, that looks pretty good to me. The last one with the call to action. I will be adding again the other script, holding the bottle. Let me just select this whole thing. We're gonna have to go in here, holding the bottle. Let's copy this, and let's see, the word count is 109 words, bro. I think we'll have to. It's okay. Let's just fit it all in 15 seconds to make this video quicker. But if I were to do it the right way, I'd probably split it down a little bit. Or no, we can just see how it's gonna turn out. So I'll be back whenever the last part of the video is ready. Okay, last one is done.
I'm going to have to buy multiple so that I can have it in multiple places so that I don't run out during the summer. And so I always have access to it for my kids. So I'm going to link it below somewhere at the bottom. But if you don't see the link, that means it's already sold out. They just dropped this one. And with Terra Lotus, typically when they launch a new product, they sell out like crazy. So of course, they've sold it has over stock, which this one does. It's probably not going to stay in stock much longer. I'm going to have to.
She low-key speaking really fast, which is okay. Let me see. I think I want to make sure I don't go too far down. Yeah. Okay. Let's download all these videos. And now I'm gonna show you guys how I put them up together and how I would edit and make this an actual ad. Cause it's pretty simple, but I'm gonna just show the way I would do it. Okay, here in CapCut, that's what you most likely are gonna be using, and I uploaded all the videos and the photos of what a coral reef, healthy and unhealthy, looks like, because she also brought that up. And because in the original video she is showing them physically, I'm gonna make it show where it just pops up on the screen. So let's start. Wait, I think we got to start from, yep, this way. So she starts saying things in the right order. Let's play it real quick.
If it's banned in Hawaii, why is it still in your bathroom?
Mind you, the creative also has a headline, and what I mean is like, in the hook, the creative had a text on screen, and let's say the text said, if it's banned in Hawaii, whatever the fuck, right? So whatever she's saying, I know in that specific video that I'm recreating, there was a text on screen. So you're gonna literally replicate it, you know, exactly as how it is, because the only thing we're split testing is the UGC creator. So you're gonna pretend like you're remaking the video. Yeah, I made this in 2 seconds. You can make it better and make the same of what's actually on there. Matter of fact, let me just put a little bit more work into this, because this is kind of like awful. Why are you putting it in your body? Okay, it was something like this in the original video.
If it's banned in Hawaii, why is it still in your bathroom?
Why is it still in your bathroom? Whatever, now it's correct.
And why are you still lathering it all over your kids? I personally question why we're putting this.
What we can do also is add a little audio, which I don't think is necessary, but if your creative had songs, whatever, this doesn't really matter that much, but you could add something that's go with it.
If it's banned in Hawaii, why?
This doesn't, but we can keep it
I
simple.
personally question why we're putting this stuff on the largest organ of our kids' bodies, especially when they can't even make the decision on their own whether or not they want that on their bodies. I mean, Thailand doesn't even let us go into their water above our ankles because we're literally bleaching and hurting their coral reefs. This is what a healthy coral reef.
We can cut this a little bit, make it shorter.
This is what a health. This.
When she says this, that's where we're gonna place the picture.
Coral reefs. This is what a healthy coral reef looks like. This.
Right now is where she's gonna talk about the one that looks unhealthy.
This is what a coral reef looks like after the chemicals in our sunscreen have touched it.
Okay, you can make this a little better.
This is what a coral reef looks like after the chemicals in our sunscreen.
So you could.
This is what a healthy coral reef looks like. This is what.
You could put a little arrow, you know. You could do small things. I'm not gonna put anything. I think that the original creative look.
This is what a healthy coral reef looks like. This is what a coral reef looks like.
So your editing skills, you gotta match on with what your ad looks like. If it's performing good and it looks pretty fucking organic, or like it's just a normal mom making a post. I'm not gonna put all the work in the world either, because
this is what a healthy
as an example
coral reef looks like. This is what a coral reef looks like after the chemicals in our sunscreen have touched it. Let that image sink into your.
This looks pretty smooth to me.
Mom brain. Into your mom brain.
We could add it again after she says that. We can literally put it on her head. because she's talking about mom brain.
Into your mom brain. Let that image sink into your mom brain. We're literally putting the same stuff on our kids' skin. And don't even get me started on the fact that the FDA did research and found that after one use, this stuff is found in our kids' bloodstream. But yet
I remember that this script was a little too long and I didn't match with the seconds correctly. That's why she's speaking so fast. Whatsoever, if you did yours correctly, it should be smoother than this one. This clip is really messed up because I did it wrong. But you get the picture.
Sunscreen on our kids all summer long. Every 2 hours, we lather them up in this stuff. And we don't even think twice to what it's doing to their body. Endocrine disruption. When they say it burns, it's because it's irritating their skin. That's why I started doing my own research. And luckily, I have a crunchy sister. And she told me about the Terra Lotus sunscreen. It's a mineral-based sunscreen, has SPF 50. That's the ingredient list. That's it. 5 ingredients. And I think maybe added vanilla essential oil for the smell, which it smells amazing. It doesn't even smell like a typical sunscreen. And there's absolutely no white cast. My kids literally told me to get this for their grandma because they were tired of looking like shows at the park. This one is so hydrating, so moisturizing. And on top of that, it protects you from UVA and UVB rays. So not only is it protecting you from burning from the sun, but it's also having some anti-aging benefits. The non-nano zinc oxide is usually what gives you the white cast, but because it's mixed with that beef tallow, it literally blends right in. I don't know about you, but I am so sick and tired of hearing my kids kicking and screaming and complaining when I ask them to put on sunscreen every 2 hours in the summertime. I'm going to have to buy multiple so that I can have it in multiple places so that I don't run out during the summer. And so I always have access to it for my kids. So I'm going to link it below somewhere at the bottom. But if you don't see the link, that means it's already sold out. They just dropped this one. And with Terra Lotus, typically when they launch a new product, they sell out like crazy. So of course, they've sold, it has overstock.
Same thing, the last one, as you guys seen, what I said about the seconds and the words. But that's just an example. But also another thing is if the iteration you're making is strictly for AI UGC, you could also do captions on your video. If you're strictly testing the UGC creator, like in this case scenario, let's say your video had captions too, you can also add the captions in there, so their watching span, at least they tend to stay a little bit more on the video.
If it's banned in Hawaii, why is it still in your bathroom?
Okay. It's not the best of the best because I didn't put as much effort, but it's just the whole point of how you can literally iterate, make a new ad based off of your winning ad and split test. And the way we did it was with split testing UGC creator whatsoever. You could really split test anything. If you switch the script, you're getting basically a brand new ad. So I personally think that I could better this ad way more, if I'm being honest. But for the purpose of the video,
if it's banned in Hawaii, why is it still in your bathroom? And why are you still lathering it all over your kids? I personally question why we're putting this stuff.
This looks pretty nice to me. It looks pretty realistic. Yeah, you can make it look a little bit better if you put your time into it, but that's basically it. These type of ads will definitely scale if you execute them properly, and just because a format didn't work doesn't mean that the angle is bad. So you guys can also take this to and apply to different formats, statics, natives, whatever you're running. So utilize the same angle that